Good morning and welcome to the 2024 IPF World Sub-Junior and Junior Powerlifting Championships here in St. Paul's Bay, Malta. I'm Amelia Potter, joined by Alexander Trinidis.
Good morning, everyone.
And this morning for you we have two flights. The first flight will consist of the Sub-Junior men, the 83 kilo and the 93 kilo. And the next flight will consist of the Junior 83 kilo men. Now we can see the running order as it stands, and we have some big opening squats. And I just want to say, in the 83s, the world record squat currently stands at 332.5, and we have an opener at 315. And the 93 record is 351. Our highest opener in the 93s is 335. So I think we're in for a bit of a treat this morning.
Oh, absolutely, Amy. I think we will have a great show for these first two flights. And yeah, with a huge battle between two Ukrainians, 735 and 720 on total prognosis. And of course, Pearson leading comfortably with 785, a huge total in the 83s.
Yeah, and we can't count anything out. We've seen a few upsets already this week, so as you said, Gregory Pearson on prognosis leading currently with a huge 50 kilo lead, but that could all change. Let's see how the day unfolds as we kick into our first squat of the session. We introduce Dominic Hetu from Canada, 220 kilos on the bar.
Can you zero the button you have? Can you zero? Zero the button you have to hold.
18 years old, so his last year as a sub-junior, before next year entering the junior category, which goes between 19 and 23 years old. Here comes Dominic now, 220 kilos on the bar. Very nice there, controlled all the way down, the place he wanted to be, dipped into the hole for depth and back up. He does get a call from the centre referee for depth, but generally that's the hardest seat for the referees to see depth.
Yeah, and you can see here with the replay that he really made the extra effort to reach the depth, so yeah, I think he's pretty much safe with this one.
Kotaro Harada from Japan, opening on 235 kilos. Quite a fair few athletes on their last year as a sub-junior here. Opening on a 15 kilo personal best.
That's a great opener and a 3-weight lights.
Yeah, he looks really in control there. Looks like he feels confident as well.
You from Chinese Taipei.
240 kilos now for Wei Ming Yu from the Chinese Taipei. Opening 15 kilos below his personal best, only 16 years old. If this goes by what we've seen from Chinese Taipei coaching this week, I imagine it will be a very calm opener for him and would see a relatively big jump. But let's wait and find out, see how this goes for Yu.
And as predicted, Amelia, a really solid opener, a comfortable one, 3-weight lights, and yeah, maybe a 20 kilo jump.
Yeah, I mean, it's on par with what we've seen so far, and it's really nice to see a consistent, familiar coaching technique. We can recognize it, like, oh, it's the Chinese Taipei, this is what they're probably going to do, and they do it well. 255 kilos for Richard Novotny from Czechia. Novotny has been competing for 3 years.
And the first Czech athlete, if I'm not wrong, since the beginning of the competition. Well, that's super easy, but we'll have to wait for the depth. Yeah, I was afraid he cut the depth a bit.
Yeah, unfortunately a bit high. And just Alex, for the viewers at home that maybe are a little newer to the sport, could you tell us what we're looking for here for depth?
So basically, the I'll let you explain that. I think it's going to be a little bit more clear for our auditors.
Absolutely. So we're looking for the hip crease to be below the point of the knee joint. So parallel isn't quite good enough. Has to be below, not parallel or above. So keep your eye out for that, as we will too. Xiaoqiu Yan now from the Chinese Taipei, opening with 260 kilos. 17 years old, but already 5 years competitive experience.
Oh, that's a lot. That's a lot at his age. He will have another whole year as a sub-junior, and 260 is already a great opener. Well, that was solid, but we'll have to wait as well. Oh, no.
No, yeah, I think it does get harder as you get to the 93s. You know, the legs are bigger. It's harder to see that hip crease, but it looked good. And like we were saying before, so classic from the Chinese Taipei to get that really nice opener in. It's very rare that we see them miss that.
Yeah, you're right.
260 kilos for Shogun Izuka from Japan. 20 kilos above his personal best. So on the opposite side from Chinese Taipei, we've seen Japan a lot of the time opening above their personal bests, which isn't abnormal in the kind of sub-junior range. You see it a lot. You don't know where their ceiling of strength is a lot of the time. But we have seen on occasion it being not as successful. So I hope for Shogun this is a nice, comfortable opener, and he's made some great progress recently.
Yeah, as you said, he's been lifting since 3 years and now entering his very last comp as a sub-junior. And a 20 kilo PB attempt, it's a lot. Oh, wonderful.
Yeah, and I'm really happy to see that. It was a lovely opener from Shogun and a good lift. Because we have seen a couple times this week a similar situation, and it has gone like this very well, but also people opening at or above their personal best and unfortunately being disqualified because they haven't been able to quite get it. So it's really good to see. Javier Martinez now from the United States, 265 kilos. Yeah, almost every single sub-junior aging out of this flight next year, so I think we'll see fresh new faces this time next year.
Oh, that was an easy opener. In total control of the weight, but
yeah, unfortunately not deep enough. So like we said before, we're looking for the hip crease to be below the knee joint. So if we look here from the side, you can just see his torso leans forward, which sometimes gives the illusion of depth to the athlete, but unfortunately not to the rules or the standards. So hopefully he can come back and get that in a second. For now we have the favourite for silver in the 93s, Vaclav Batunek from Czechia. He'll be trying to keep that silver away from Izuka of Japan. Good catch from the spotters and loaders there.
He's okay.
had some trouble, and I think he knew it before it happened. Just buckled under the weight there. Have a look here. His left knee just gets shot forwards, and sometimes this can be the trouble with your knees being wrapped so tightly. You lose that balance.
Yeah. And he thankfully had the reflex to tell the spotters guy, I'm losing the control of the weight. So, and a great job by the spotters once again.
Absolutely. Gregory Pearson now the favourite to win the 83s. Currently on prognosis with a hefty 50 kilo lead, opening on 300 kilos. Just 2.5 kilos below his personal best. 17 years old, still another year in the sub-juniors.
Oh.
Unfortunately just lost balance at the top there. It's a lot of weight on the back, and that could cause a real shake-up. Like I said, we've seen it before. If it seems like there's a clear favourite, especially in equipped, you can't take that for granted just from the first squat. You have to wait until you get through it all.
Well, he'll have two other attempts, and yeah, it looks easy, so we really hope that it's going to be good for him.
We now have Mykola Hodanov from Ukraine, who is looking to fight for that podium position. Looks in a good position to do so right now. Going to be pushing Belus and perhaps even Pearson. And that was a nice opener there from Mykola, and a good lift.
Yeah, Ukrainian style. Really solid technically.
Yeah, they're very, very efficient lifters.
You can see on the replay.
Our penultimate opening attempt now belongs to Vladislav Bilu, who's been competing for 6 years already at 18 years old. You know, here he comes now. 315 kilos is a huge opener, and as I said before, the world record number is 332.5, so if this moves well, it wouldn't be unreasonable to think that's where he may end up.
Yeah, and I think it belongs, if I'm not wrong, to one of the two Ukrainian athletes.
Oh, it is a fight, but he manages to stand it up. Harder than he'd want it to be, but he gets a squat on the board, and that's what matters.
Yeah, and I think it was much more of a technical problem than a strength issue.
Yeah, you would hope so. You know, he weighed in at 79.5, so you'd think he didn't have a difficult cut. So hoping it's just a technical thing he can change. But now we have our final opener of this morning's session of the sub-juniors. Of course, we have the juniors to follow. Vasil Spandut from Ukraine, 335 kilos. And just another reminder, the world sub-junior record in the 93s stands at 351. So in a similar vein, this moves well. And it belongs to him, I believe, as well. So if it moves well, I'm sure he'd want to extend his own record there.
Keep in mind that these guys are 18 years old maximum. The amount of weight they are putting on their shoulders is absolutely amazing.
2 to 1, unfortunately a no lift. It's called for depth there. We'll have a look at that again in the replay. Keeping in mind the side we see here got a white light. The jury will be looking at it as well. You can see the efficiency in the lift, but it seems like the decision will stick. So at the end of the opening squats, we can see that there are still some lifters yet to get a squat in the board. 5 lifters to be precise. Of course, we can see some lifters who haven't gone here yet. Their attempts up there, so please do ignore that for now. But we head back to our second attempts. Dominic Hetsu now of Canada, 230 kilos. So a 10 kilo jump from his opener. Yeah, Yeah, similar style to his opener. You know, tempos it all the way down until he wants to find the depth. Does a quick dip in, doesn't spend too much time in that area, and it looks good for him.
Yeah, that was a comfortable second one.
Harada comes next with 245. This is his personal best attempt with 10 kilos. And bar is loaded. Harada from Japan.
Kotaro Harada now from Japan, 245 kilos. Already opened on 20 kilo personal best, I believe, and is looking to extend that by a further 10 kilos.
Kampare Harada, kampare.
So like I said, he is on for a big, big PB today.
A little bit more difficult, but still looks great. And indeed, 3 white lights. Another PR for him.
255 kilos for him. Bar is loaded. Weighing you, Chinese Taipei.
255 kilos now for Wei Ming Yu. 15 kilo jump from his opener to match his personal best here. His opener was comfortable. Wow, and if anything, that moved better than his opener did.
And a good lift to the one.
Yeah, very cool, calm, collected on the platform. And it really does help when the pressure is on.
Bar is loaded. Okay, Richard, let's go. Let's do this.
Richard Novotny now from Czechia, our first athlete without a squat on the board, looking to find redemption here in his second. Get a squat secured so he can continue building that total.
He's really tall for an 83.
Just stumbled again at the top there. Managed to get a white from the centre referee. So perhaps it was after the rack command, but
Yeah, but the problem is the depth here.
yeah.
And I think that it's really more concerning that this little command issue.
Bar is loaded.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Let's just hope he can get that weight up again, as he seemed to have some trouble with it at the top. Javier Martinez now retaking 265 kilos. Does not have a squat on the board yet, so needs
Let's go,
this.
Javier.
We'll have another shot of it on his third, but obviously we want to get it here, be safe, and build onto it. And that looks better. Let's see what the referees say. There we go. 3 white lights, secures himself a squat.
Good job. We have lifter from Japan, Shogen Itsuka. Bar is loaded for you. Welcome. 270 kilos to this second attempt for Shogen.
Shogun Izuka now from Japan, 270 kilos.
And this is
Currently projected in
personal
third
best
on
10
prognosis, but
kilos
without the 1-2
for Shogun.
from Zbanda and Batunek having a squat on the board yet. If he continues to build his total, he could put himself in a really nice position. Just do what he can. That was a really nice second. And again, it looked more comfortable than his opener to me.
Yeah, absolutely. And he looks really technically calibrated, and more to come, I'm sure. He's recovering some ground over Batunek.
Yeah, and of course he can continue to build into his third, where Batunek is focusing on getting a squat on the board.
Yeah.
We'll see how that unfolds. For now, we have Xiaoqiu Yan from Chinese Taipei jumping 20 kilos, as we would have guessed. It's a classic move here from Team Chinese Taipei to 280 to match his personal best. That seems to be what I see often, opening really light and matching their PB on their second. It's pretty common here.
Wow.
3 white lights, a good lift, and such an efficient squat. You know, he wastes absolutely no energy on it. He uses the exact amount he needs to get that squat up and down.
Yeah, this is a very beautiful technique here, and really efficient, as you said.
Vaclav Batunek now favourite for the podium. Didn't manage to get his opening squat in on the board. Looking to retake it here, 287.5, 2.5 kilos above his personal best. A technique we do tend to see more from the Eastern European countries that compete, opening closer to their max.
And with this one, you'll take the first place so far, and it's not even close. Wow.
Yeah, that's really tough to see, especially as we know he's such a talented athlete. And if he doesn't manage to get a squat on the board, as I said, that really opens the door up for Izuka, it opens the door up for Martinez. You know, people that maybe didn't think they'd get on the podium now have a chance to fight. But we'll have to wait and see how his third goes. For now, the favourite in the 83s, Gregory Pearson, didn't manage to get his 300 kilo opener, had a bit of a balance issue. He's chosen to go up anyway to 307.5, which he has such a lead. If he got the 300, he didn't really need it. So what do you think of that, Alex?
Well, you know, as we always say, most of the time they are adding weight to try to go down, but in this specific case, he went down pretty easily, so you don't need those 7.5 kilo extra. We'll see.
I mean, the risk seems to pay off.
Oh, yeah.
There we go.
Well done, Greg.
And I think that's down to the coaches knowing the athlete knowing themselves. From our seat, where we're a bit more objective, you know.
Yeah, that's it. That's objective. It's nothing personal, of course.
No, I mean, I think I would say to anyone that's a big risk, but big risk, big reward, and he got it.
Yeah. Well done to Team GB with this one.
Absolutely. So now we have Mykola Hodunov from Ukraine, 322.5 kilos. He wants some energy from the crowd this morning. This is a big personal best. It would be 12.5 kilos above the most he's ever done before.
The opener looked like it was really easy and he had much more in the tank for today.
Let's see if he has 17.5 kilos more. Yeah, unfortunately, when he was pushing up there, I could see as soon as he started driving through his legs, he started to tip forwards. So very much could be a positional thing. If you look here on the replay, gets into the hole at the bottom, uses leg drive, just tips forwards with his knees.
Yeah.
This 83 kilo squat competition after first round, but slowly.
I have no reason to think he couldn't possibly pull that back for his third, though. Vladislav Bilu now from Ukraine, 325 kilos. He definitely would have benefited from Pearson missing his second to try and catch up a little bit, but he's doing his best to build a big total here. 325 kilos is a huge squat. We're getting closer and closer to that world record. It's a 5 kilo personal best, more than he's ever lifted. It's a big fight. I'm wondering if it was a little high.
I think he should be okay. Oh, I jinxed him. I'm sorry.
No, I think that unfortunately was his doing. There's a white light on the side we see here in the replay, and it's borderline, so it could have gone either way.
Yeah. So the coach tried to convince the jury that it was good, but
yeah, and because he
Didn't
is
work.
being chased by Hodunov, you know, the risk is he can't really push for that record.
yeah.
Now, Vasil's Bandit from Ukraine, 335 kilos, missed this on his opener, and he is the favorite in the 93s and the world record holder in squat, so he's an excellent squatter. Just needs to get his head in the game here.
Wow. This is an absolutely amazing second attempt. And I think he might go for the record on his third. It looked so easy.
Yeah, that's the question, you know, how used to big jumps are they? That would be a 21.5 kilo jump, so we'll see how it goes, but I would definitely like to see that. Oh, sorry, less than 20 kilos.
16 and a half.
Yeah, so actually pretty doable, but that takes us to the end of second attempts. All bar two lifters, Novotny and Bartonek with a squat on the board. So let's see if they can pull that back here in their third attempts. Dominic Hetsu from Canada now takes 237.5 kilos for a 2.5 kilo PB.
So for Novotny, the challenge will be to reach that depth because he is really easy. For Bartonek, it's a whole another story. He really looked like he was way too heavy for today, unfortunately. But of course, we'll have to wait and see.
Let's go, man.
But now let's see if Dominic will be able to go for the first 3 for 3 of this flight.
Unfortunately not there today, but you know, he failed and he failed quickly, and that's the right thing to do. If you think it's not there, don't waste your energy. You have 6 more lifts to go.
Yeah, absolutely. And he didn't seem bothered by it. He just like looked at his coach and said, "All right, it's only 7.5 kilos. It's not a big deal."
Yeah, that's the way to look at it. Move forwards only.
Yeah.
Kataro Harada from Japan now, 250 kilos for a new personal best. Wow, it would have extended it by quite some way already. He opened on a 20 kilo PB. And actually his second attempt moved faster than his opener, so be interested to see what another 5 kilos does here. Some lifters do just move the bar quickly until
They don't.
So let's see if he's got some grind in him, or if he'll even need it.
A little bit too high, I guess. Oh no. That's great for him. Well done.
2 to 1, a good lift. It definitely looked like it sat on the border, but it was too hard to see, I think. We'll have a look again here in the replay. It seems like he just dipped in, but I'm not sure. Yeah, unfortunately the jury's overruled that to a no lift. I think it being such a big PB for him, he probably just got in his head a bit and squat that a bit high. Now, a very important lift. We have Richard Novotny of Czechia, 255 kilos. He needs this to stay in the competition. If he misses this, he will be disqualified and can't post a total. He can still lift for individual medals, but he cannot compete.
You got the power, come on.
And as you mentioned before, Alex, this is an issue of depth, not of strength. Can he do it one more time? Just a little bit more depth. And that definitely looked better. Let's see if it's good enough.
Oh yeah, this time it's a good lift. 2 white lights.
And you never see someone celebrate more than when they're just about to be disqualified and they get a lift in. What euphoria.
Yeah.
Beijing Yu comes next. Eyes loaded. 265 for Beijing Yu, Chinese Taipei.
Wei Ming Yu now from Chinese Taipei, 265 kilos. Matched his personal best on his second with 255. Looking to extend that by 10 kilos here.
So 265, yeah, as you said, it's only a 10-kilo jump, and judging by his second attempt, it's definitely affordable for him.
And that looks good.
Yeah, it is 3 white lights, a good lift. Of course, won't have a medal because the 3 of the lifters are above 300. So, but that's a great performance.
And this is a bronze medal attempt on squat at time B in 93 kilo class.
Javier Martinez now from the United States, 275 kilos to move him into squat bronze for the time being. Had a bit of a tricky start there with his opener, managed to pull it back there for his second. This will pull him onto the squat podium ahead of Izuka for the time being, with Batunek and Izuka to follow, who could push him straight back off should he make this. Time will tell.
Oh, wow. Great looking third attempt for Javier.
Yeah, good lift there. Did really well because his hips shifted back a bit, so I was worried he would lose balance, but maintained it excellently.
4 attempts, time to change the opener for second group. And now the bar is loaded for Vaclav Bartunek, Czechia. Come on people, put your hands together for Vaclav. A little bit support, he needs this one. Come on.
Now we have Vaclav Bartunek from Czechia. He really needs this to stay in the competition, and he is a contender for podium. So won at last time, 287.5, and it's looked a bit troubling the last couple of times, Alex.
Yeah.
And that is just so hard to see. He was opening 2.5 kilos above his personal best. As you say, different countries, different coaching teams have different styles. And the risk is with this style, opening so close to your max, it can go one way or the other. But he can continue to lift if he chooses to. Just can't compete.
Yeah, so that will give to Japan maybe a silver medal.
Yeah, and it also means that both Martinez and Yan can fight for bronze now, which I think they didn't think would be an option. Xiao Q Yan now from Chinese Taipei, 290 kilos, currently sat in squat silver. That won't be taken away from him as he is lighter than Izuka.
Sayo Yan, Sayo, personal best, come on.
Once again, this really specific technique, but so efficient. That's a good lift for him. Congratulations. And that takes courage to put in place this type of specific technique. Look at that. He's taking risks. If he is missing and the spotters are not fast enough, he can probably be in some troubles, but well done.
290 kilos now for Shogun Izuka to move him into squat bronze. This would be a huge PB for Shogun, 290 kilos. Shogun.
That was a good fight,
And a good lift, a new personal best. And squat bronze for him.
20 kilos for this.
It was really pleasant to see these images.
And the bronze medal on squat, the 93 kilo class. Now we have person, bar is loaded, Gregory person, Great Britain.
4 squats remaining here in the sub-juniors before we move through to the junior flight. Gregory Pearson from Great Britain missed his opener, went up 7.5 kilos and got it. Very much has a big lead ahead of the competition right now. Jumped to 320 kilos to move him into squat gold for the time being, with Hodnov and Bilu to follow.
Come on.
He's scrappy lifter, but he gets the job done.
That was huge improvement into his personal best on squat, 12.5 kilos. And he has the lead now on squat competition 83 kilo category, but there is now Hodunov and Bilos.
3 squats remaining now. We have Mykola Hodnov from Ukraine, 322.5 kilos. This was to retake it after a second and to move him from squat bronze to squat gold ahead of Pearson.
Давай, Mykola, давай. Let's go, man.
Mykola having the opportunity to take the first place.
Oh, great fight.
Oh.
Such a shame.
His balance, it was almost there.
A balance issue, unfortunately,
Yeah, he still walks away with squat bronze. And
which is fine.
Now we have
Yeah,
Bilos.
absolutely. And he's pretty secure on the podium.
Yeah.
He's 100, almost 100 kilos.
Yeah, the three of
Ahead
them
next.
are like pretty much secure. They will just basically have to complete at least a lift on bench press and deadlift to ensure themselves a medal.
Yeah, easier said than done at this stage, so we'll just have to wait and see.
And then it starts.
Our penultimate squat now for Vladislav Bilu from Ukraine. Missed his second, so made the sensible choice not to go near that world record. He's fighting for silver
Bilos.
and looking for that squat gold anyway. Just moving from silver on squat into gold ahead of Gregory Pearson. 325 kilos for the second time.
Way better on depth this time, but a little bit too deep, I guess.
Sorry, no.
Unfortunately not. They still walked away with squat silver though, which is no small feat. And this absolutely snuck up on me. We'll just see the replay here of Bilu once again. And with all the excitement, I did not notice that Vasil's Banda did indeed intend to push past his own world record, not by just a chip. He is moving it, or attempting to move it by a few kilos here, from 351 to 355.5 for a new world sub-junior squat record.
Yeah, you know, Amelia, I think he heard you. You asked for 20 kilos, and here you are.
Yeah,
20.5 to be more specific.
my maths was off, but I'm sure theirs wasn't. 355.5 kilos for a new world sub-junior squat record to extend his own record.
This bandit heritage. Here he is. Oh yes, absolutely wonderful last attempt. Wait for the refs. So far, a new world record, Emilia, 2-1.
Yes, 2-1, a good lift. He extends his own world record. The jury are reviewing it, so shall we.
I'm sure it has to be okay. He made the extra hit, the extra effort, and yeah,
Yeah, and that will remain. He has extended his own world record. And a summary quickly here. Unfortunately, Bartonek without a squat in is disqualified from getting a total. But in the 83s with squat bronze with 305 kilos, we have Hodunov from Ukraine. In silver with 315, we have Bilu from Ukraine. And with 320 kilos, we have Pearson from Great Britain. And in the 93 kilo sub-junior, in bronze on 290 on bodyweight, we have Izuka. In silver, we have Jan, and in gold, we have Spander with that final world record squat. We head straight now into the 83 kilo juniors, where we have a quick flight of 6. Now, when we have a flight of 6, that does impact the lifters. They have to get wrapped and unwrapped very quickly. They're moving a lot of weight, so I'm sure we'll see an effect of this. First up, we have Bartosz from Poland, 190 kilos, opening 7.5 kilos above his personal best.
Bartosz Gesiorny, Poland.
Yazoni only been competing for 1 year.
Dawaj.
Three white lights, a good lift. Yeah, we were speaking about being tall for your weight class before, and he is quite tall, but also the lightest in the class. So he's not pushing himself. You know, these are young men still growing.
Yeah, you're right. I think he has the time, to grow some muscles and to find his real weight class.
Yeah, I imagine he will end up a couple weight classes
Yeah.
above eventually, but no need to push it right now. Yusei Goto from Japan, 255 kilos. Has been competing for 8 years already at the young age of 22. Did a poor squat there at the bottom, but unfortunately that gave the referees ample time to see the depth of his squat. Let's have a look at that again here.
Yeah, that looked indeed a bit short, Amelia.
Oscar Dahlqvist now from Sweden, 265 kilos, his last year as a junior.
Handled by his brother, Oliver Dahlqvist.
He could definitely be in the position, if he has a good day, to push Kolev for a podium position. Three white lights, a good lift. And how could you not stand it up when you have someone shouting at you like that?
Especially if he's your big brother. You better not be missing. Oh, that's a great opener.
We have our first Bulgarian athlete of the competition, Valentin Kolev, 275 kilos.
It's
a good lift for him, 3 white lights. For Kolev's 275.
205 kilos for Shinosuke Tomita, Japan. Ingo, get ready.
Like I said before, this is a quick moving flight, already in the penultimate
Bars
opener,
loaded.
and it was for Shinosuke Tomota from
Shinosuke
Japan,
Tomita,
305 kilos. This is last year as a junior, already competing for 8 years.
And for now, the sub-juniors, 83 are opening higher than the juniors, which shows the level of the 83 sub-juniors.
Japan. Tomita.
Of course, following Tomita, we have Engo Monson, a very familiar name, opening on 325,
Oh, yeah.
which is a big squat. Right now, let's see how Shinosuke handles 305. A huge opener.
Oh, great first attempt.
Yeah, wow. He's so strong. Definitely doesn't want to squat any higher than that. He was
Yeah.
right on the line. But 2-1 in good lift. Have a look at that again in the replay.
Ingo from Norway. He opens up with
Yeah, you're right.
325.
Yeah, for now it will
And then
stay,
it's that
but
second
as you
round.
said, the jury will pay a close look at him on his second attempt.
And hey, there's no need to squat any deeper than you have to.
Norway.
Yeah.
Just don't go higher. We now have Lars Engo Monson. He's been competing for 6 years, a very familiar face in powerlifting, and opening on his personal best of 325 kilos. He's a very experienced athlete, so he wouldn't be doing this unless he was confident.
Yeah, he's definitely one of the best pound-for-pound lifter in equipped junior. .820s, 820 total only with his openers. Absolutely massive. So world record stands at 355.5, which has been made by Vasilis Bandut, I guess, in his sub-juniors. Oh, wow.
Wow, well that was very unexpected. Lost balance there and then ran out of time, so he's going to have to come back for that on his second. And that's tricky because he's not going to have much time to recuperate, but luckily he didn't attempt the weight, so hopefully not too much energy used there. We have, just here you can see Engo Monson and Goto without a squat on the board, but they have 2 more attempts to get that sorted for them. And with Engo Monson not getting a squat on the board, does that potentially open the gate for Tomita? I think so. For now we have Bartosz Jezeroni from Poland, 202.5 kilos,
Oh, sorry. Now it's loaded. Yes.
12.5 kilo jump.
Another personal best attempt for Bartos. Ally.
Still moving really well. 2-1, a good lift.
Very easy. 2-1. Okay, guys, and now Goto from Japan. He needs your support. You have bad luck with his opening attempts.
You see Goto now
255
from
second
Japan,
timeout.
255 kilos.
And bar is loaded.
Unfortunately didn't get this on his opener, looking
Yusen
to
Goto, Japan.
get this now on his second. Gonna really need this, stay in the competition.
Campare Goto. Come on now. Let's go. Up, 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 up.
Once again, I think we'll have to wait.
It's a good play.
3 white lights, a good lift. Yeah, it definitely looked better than his opener. Like we said before, you don't need to squat any deeper than just in if you can get that sweet spot right.
And we have Oscar Dahlqvist next with 272.5 kilos on this second attempt.
Oscar Dahlqvist now from Sweden, 272.5 kilos. He's going to be there to try and clean up if Kolev makes any misses to try and jump onto the podium. Especially without Engo Monson having a squat on the board. If he misses, he definitely has that shot in.
Great work with the weight. Let's wait for the refs. Yes, 3 white lights.
3 white lights, a good lift. The power of brotherhood right there.
Yeah.
Kolev from Bulgaria, 290 kilos for Kolev. On second place in this squat competition with opener.
We now have Valentin Kolev from Bulgaria jumping 15 kilos to 290 for his second attempt. Already sat in squat silver for the time being. That won't change this.
Let's go.
Last year as a junior, looking for that podium finish.
So he made a really easy work of 275, adding 15 kilo. Should he get this? Still really easy.
2 to 1, a good lift. Yeah, still is really comfortable for him, so could make another equal jump, maybe a little bit less, but plenty room in the tank.
320 kilo to the second attempt.
And the thing is, in equipped lifting, because misses can happen so quickly, you just have to stay in your lane and do what you can to add as many kilos as possible, and you can be there to collect the prize if other people miss.
Yeah, you're absolutely right.
Shinosuke Tomita now from Japan, 320 kilos, a 15 kilo jump to put him, or to keep him in squat gold.
Yeah, and more importantly to bring him closer to Engo Monson with 805 total.
Yeah, we said at the beginning it looked like quite a big gap, but it very quickly can be closed. So let's see how this moves for Shinosuke.
Ooh.
Yeah, we've seen that a few times today. So hopefully he can compose himself. He has 16 seconds to get that start command. Trouble is, when the beeps start happening, it's hard to not be a little nervous and rush. So as long as he keeps his...
Nope.
Yeah, he's going to time out, unfortunately, which means he potentially loses that 15 kilos. He has another shot of it on his third, of course, but if Engo Monson now gets his second and has the chance to build into his third, that gap might be broadened a little bit too much. You won't have to wait long to see, as we now have Lars Engo Monson from Norway retaking the 325. Had a lot of difficulty on his opener, but we know that he's a competent athlete with a lot of experience. Let's see how he handles it now with perhaps a little bit more pressure.
He's used to this type of pressure, so I'm sure he'll deal with it the best way he can. But it's kind of nerve-wracking to see these athletes battling against the weight, you know, and try not to fall.
Yeah, well, let's hope the best he can is enough. It's a rocky way down, and the strength is definitely there. I'm a little bit worried about the depth, I have to say.
Yeah.
And like I said, that puts him in a really tricky situation. The pressure is on, and it's very easy to cut depth when you can feel that pressure. It was hard, you could see it was hard for him to get to depth with the equipment on. And it means that the favourite in an upset is at the crossroads of potentially being disqualified. Everybody else now has a squat on the board, And that really opens the door for Tomita, after missing his second, to still close the gap and potentially become the front runner. We head now into our third attempts, and we have Bartosz Jezony from Poland, 210 kilos. All his lifts so far have looked really comfortable. So I imagine 7.5 kilos won't be too much of a hindrance, but we'll have to wait and see. This is equipped powerlifting after all.
Great looking third attempt, and indeed that's a good lift. 3 white lights for him.
Another personal best. You had a really good day today. Congratulations. He's happy. Japanese lifter Yusei Goto. 265 for
Yusei Goto now, 265 kilos. 10 kilo jump from his second after missing his opener and retaking it.
Yusei Goto, Japan.
In a position that if Engo Monson isn't able to get a squat on the board, he will be fighting for podium. So this squat is going to really count. It will mean a lot. Every kilo matters, because he's only 2.5 kilos behind Daukvist if Daukvist makes his third squat. Again, stands it up. It was definitely on the border. Yeah, and unfortunately this time round, like his opener, it was just the wrong side of that border. 3 reds means it can't be contested by the coach and it can't be overruled by the jury in both ways.
Yeah, with this lift we'll have 4 remaining.
First of which we have Oskar Daukvist from Sweden, 277.5 kilos. And as I mentioned before, if Engo Monson doesn't put up a third squat, he's in a great position to get a podium position. If, that's a big if, Engo Monson doesn't, and if he gets this. Oh, great fight there from Oskar. He nods as he stands it up. 3 for 3 on squats and has set himself up really nicely for the rest of the competition.
5 kilos from Bulgaria. Open 75 to 90 on second, and now 15 kilos down to this last bar. Slowly. Valentin Kolev, Bulgaria.
Valentin Kolev now from Bulgaria, 305 kilos, a 15 kilo jump to move him to squat gold from silver for the time being, with Tomita and Engo Monson to follow.
Which, to be honest, wasn't kind of expected, right? But with Engo Monson at trouble and Tomita missing his second attempt.
Let's go.
Yeah, it creates an opportunity,
Yeah.
for sure. And the first time we've seen him break a sweat so far, and it seems worth it. With that, he's secured himself a squat medal for sure. Don't know the color of it quite yet, but right now it stands as a gold.
Yeah, great work he did with this 305 last attempt. And yeah, going away with a 3 for 3 on squad event.
Our penultimate final attempt here in the 83s, Shinosuke Tomita from Japan, retaking 320 kilos.
320 kilos.
This would move him from squat silver into squat gold ahead of Kolev. More importantly, give him 15 extra kilos on that total to close the gap between him and Engo Monson, should Engo Monson make that third attempt. Lots and ifs and buts right now, but all Tomita needs to do is focus on this lift and getting it. Yeah, again, the strength is there. Let's see if it was deep enough this time.
Yes, that's a good lead for him. 3 white lights.
And that is going to really, really help him out, regardless of what happens to Engo Monson now. That's going to be a make or break lift come later. And he moves into squat gold for the time being. One last hurrah for Lars Engo Monson here from Norway. 325 kilos, which is such a shame, because I imagine opening at 325, he wanted to end up near the world record. But I think he'll be happy with just getting a squat in at this point, because he is still on prognosis to lead if he makes this.
Yeah, I think he'll be more than happy to be in the race to take this world title, because he was the favorite at the beginning of the session, of course, and now is simply at risk. Oh.
And that is such a shame. And in an upset, as we've seen before, the projected leader has been disqualified from the competition. And that really opens the door for, honestly, 4 of the other athletes, you know, to get on that podium. A quick summary here. Unfortunately, as we just saw, Lars did not post a squat, so cannot compete and loses that world title opportunity. In squat bronze, Daukvist from Sweden with 277.5. In squat silver, Kola from Bulgaria with 305. And in squat gold, Shinosuke Tomota from Japan, 320 kilos. We're going to head into a short break now before bench press. Don't go anywhere, and we'll see you in 10 minutes. Hello and welcome back to the 2024 IPF Sub-Junior and Junior Powerlifting Championships here in St. Paul's Bay, Malta. We had quite the exciting morning. We had a favourite for the podium for silver, Bartonek, unfortunately be disqualified for not being able to get a squat in on the board, which really opened up the playing field. We of course had Gregory Pearson leading, and in the 93s, of course, we saw the current world record holder extend his world record by a few kilos, spanned it to 355.5. So what an exciting morning we've had so far, and I am sure that bench press will be no different as we head forward into it now. Some big numbers coming up. Pearson again with the biggest opener in the 83s, and Azuka from Japan with the biggest opener in the 93s. So, kicking us off, we have Wei Ming Yu from Chinese Taipei, 135 kilos.
Yeah, speaking about Pearson, he have competed 2 weeks ago in Istanbul for the bench press, and he became European champion in the sub-junior 83 weight class with 220, if I'm not mistaken.
Nice easy opener there for Wei Ming, and a good lift. Perhaps Pearson following in the footsteps of Agata Shitko, who loves to compete whenever she gets the chance, equipped and raw.
Yeah.
It works for her.
Oh, pretty well, I'll say.
Richard Novotny now from Czechia, 145 kilos.
Easy weight, and that's a good lift this time.
Javier Martinez, USA.
Javier Martinez now from the United States, opening on 147.5 kilos. Has to have your wrist straps on before you go onto the platform. The only thing you can adjust in terms of equipment on the platform is your belt. 30 seconds has gone by. And with Bartonek being disqualified, it has opened the gate for Martinez to now fight for a podium position overall. So every kilo is going to count, because Jan is going to wait for Martinez to slip up.
Yeah, and we already know that Jan is going to take big jumps between his attempts, so 17.5 is not that much for a Type A athlete to recover.
Did a great job of that. He got the press command as the clock was timing down. 3 white lights, a good lift, and hopefully can get his wrist strap sorted a little sooner next time.
Harada comes first. Bars loaded. Kotaro Harada, Japan.
160 kilos for Kotaro Harada from Japan. Another athlete not quite ready. It's tricky because bench really is the one you want the most time to set up with. It's usually got the most going on in terms of technique, especially in equipped. So got 40 seconds, plenty of time to get the start command. Opening again 20 kilos above his personal best.
And important to precise that the warm-up area is quite far from the platform, so it can explain some things.
Yeah, it's why timing is going to be so important, and that's a big job for the coaching team.
Especially in equip, right?
Oh yeah. You've got to think about getting all your suits on, moving in it, getting wrapped up. With 6 seconds to go, he gets the start command.
Made an easy work of it.
Yeah, I'm not surprised to see a Japanese athlete to be a proficient bencher. You know, they are one of the few countries known really well for their equipped benchers, or just benchers in general, actually. alongside the Scandinavian countries, Mongolia, you know, really good benchers. Mykola Hodnov now from Ukraine, 160 kilos. Favorite for podium. I'm sure he'll be trying to push Bilu for a silver medal, but currently pretty comfortable in bronze if he manages to get a bench on the board.
Quite easy work.
Yeah, and just like his squat opener looked really comfortable, he seems to be really comfortable and assured of himself on the platform.
Chinese Taipei.
Xiao Qiuyan from Chinese Taipei now, 160 kilos, and as you alluded to earlier, Alex, it's not going to be unusual if we do see a bigger jump here on bench. Of course, bench is a little bit different sometimes,
Yeah.
but just saying that closing the gap between him and Martinez may not be as large of a jump as we thought.
Yeah, and this specific strategy make things a little bit more complicated for the opponent coaches to see, because you don't have any vision on what's going to happen.
A bit of a stability issue there, but a good lift nonetheless. And yeah, I mean, he's going to be looking to collect every kilo he can and push Martinez. Like you said, it's hard for the other countries' coaches to really be able to tell how much they have left in the tank, which I think, you know, in itself makes for a great technique.
Yeah.
Vassal Spandert now. Spandert, current leader in the 93s, 170 kilos. He's got a pretty big 30.5 kilo lead, and even if they did catch up, that 0.5 is really going to help him if he needs it. 170 kilos. Again, Ukraine, another country with really fantastic equipped lifters. 3 white lights, a good lift.
Yeah, so in the Europeans, past Europeans on May, Team Ukraine has collected pretty much every division medal team, gold medal. So yeah, has to be one of the greatest equipped countries in the world for sure.
Oh, absolutely. And speaking of which, we have Vladislav Bilu now from Ukraine, 175 kilos. Opening with a big 3-plate bench. Going to be fighting for that silver medal overall.
Made an easy work of it, 3 white lights.
Yeah, and as expected, you know, Team Ukraine have such good techniques.
Get ready, bodies loaded. Hetu from Canada.
Dominic Hetu from Canada, 187.5 kilos.
Good lift to the 1. A yellow card shown by the right side, the right side ref.
Vaclav Dunek now, unfortunately, can't compete. He was the contender for the silver medal overall, but still looking to fight for a bench medal, opening on 200 kilos, which is his current personal best. Again, I said this is a technique we usually see more from these countries, like Czechia. hoping for a less tumultuous bench session for him, but it's looking to be a tricky start again.
Well, that looked again a little bit too heavy for today.
Well, I don't know if that's the case. It's hard with bench press and equipped. It looked like he lost the line when he pushed up a bit. It fell towards his face somewhat. So I do think it's something he can fix, but, you know, he needs to stay out of his head after currently being 0 for 4.
Which is so difficult to do.
Absolutely. So best of luck to him. But for now, 205 kilos for Gregory Pearson, opening 5 kilos above his personal best. Currently in the lead overall by some way, walking away with squat gold. Just wants to secure this bench so he can continue to build that total. Just for reference, the sub-junior world bench record is 235 kilos, so away from where we are now, but 205 is an opening bench to be proud of nonetheless. I've got to say, a little stickier than you'd want that to be.
Yeah, absolutely. But I think things should be good for him.
Yeah, we wait with bated breath. Here we go. 3 white lights, a good lift, and I was a little bit worried that I didn't see anything wrong, but when you have to wait, you get more and more worried, don't you?
Yeah, absolutely.
Our final opening bench now belonging to Shogun Izuka from Japan, 210 kilos. The 93 kilo world sub-junior bench record is 238. So again, quite a way off that. His personal best is 220, but just a reference point for you there.
That is a good lift, 3 white lights.
Yeah, great start to bench press for him. Excellent technique, looked really comfortable and plenty left in the tank. And that concludes our opening bench with Ulbar Bartonek managing to get a bench in on the board. It's unfortunate, he already doesn't have a total, so it doesn't mean that anybody else is in danger, but hoping that he can pull it back to gain that platform experience. Wei Ming Yu from Chinese Taipei now taking a 10 kilo jump to 145.
That's a good lift, 3 white lights. So far so good for the Taipei athlete.
Next, 152.5. Body loaded.
$152.5 kilos for Richard Novotny from Czechia.
Good lift. Not any trouble this time for the bench press session for the Czech athlete.
Yeah, much smoother than his squat session. Javier Martinez now from the United States, 155 kilos. Every kilo will count, as we keep saying. You know, Jan is going to be right on his tail. And now the space is opened up for a medal overall.
Elbow straight.
The head referee just telling him he needs to make sure his elbows are straight. 20 seconds left to get the start command. Oh, a great effort from Javier there.
And that's a good lift. Well done.
3 white lights. And it did look like a limit lift, but I wonder if he didn't have to deal with the re-rack, if it would have looked easier. So maybe he does have a couple kilos he can collect, but it would only be that, a couple kilos.
Yeah, and for the battle to come against Jan, I think he should be wise to jump only 2.5 kilos, or
Yeah.
maybe 5. But
5 absolute maximum, I would say.
yeah.
Mykola Hodnov from Ukraine, 167.5 kilos. Clipped the rack, but his technique is so tidy that it didn't really bother him. It's a good lift.
Yeah, and Martinez did jump 2.5 kilos, so yeah, it's a wise strategy.
Honestly, it does come to a point where every kilo counts, so jumping 2.5 kilos is absolutely no shame in it. It's the right decision to do, and it is worth doing. Kotaro Harada from Japan, 170 kilos, a 10 kilo jump from his opener, which is already matching his personal best. And still looks really comfortable. 3 white lights, a good lift.
Now done. And 72.5 bar is loaded. Xiao Yang, Chinese Taipei.
Xiaoqi Yan now taking a 12.5 kilo jump. So pretty good jump here on bench to match his personal best.
Yeah, and you know what? That's a good lift, of course, and he could get himself closer to Martinez with his third attempt. So I think it's the same strategy. You don't want to miss kilos, so maybe 5 to 7.5 kilos maximum.
Yeah, and it's come down to who makes the most lifts on sessions before, and I think it was just going to be the case of that today. And they'll push each other when it comes to deadlifts, but right now it's about banking those kilos.
Yeah.
Vladislav Bilu now, 180 kilos, looking again to get those kilos and keep ahead of Hodnov, his teammate.
Important to notice that Bilus is lighter than Hodunov, so and that's a good lift.
Comes next with 182.5 kilos. Bar is loaded. Vasil is bundled. Ukraine.
Vasil Spandit now from Ukraine, 182.5 kilos with a comfortable lead on the competition. Didn't need the chip, but it's nice to have.
Yeah, Sbantud is definitely making a statement in this 93 weight class.
little bit issue locking his arms out, but the weight still moved pretty comfortably for him.
10 kilos. Now for his personal best with that one.
I wouldn't be surprised to see a 1-2 for Ukraine in the 83-93s. So a winner for both classes. Sorry, no. Yeah, a 1 for the 93s and a 2 for the 83s.
Yeah.
Dominic Hetsu now from Canada, 195 kilos. To match his personal best. Usually you see bigger teams in equipped or in classic, so it's nice to see Canada has a nice spread between both, just like the United States.
Yeah, Canada is being really competitive in classic for several years now.
That's a lovely second attempt from Dominic.
And that's a good lift.
I've got to say, it seems like the mullet's making a comeback. I've seen quite a fair few the last couple of years.
I did had one a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah, I mean, you cut it off too soon, it seems. Not down with the kids anymore. Vaclav Bartinek now from Czechia, 200 kilos. Missed this on his opener, just fell backwards towards his face, so if he can keep that line better, that bar path better, I'm sure he can press through it, but he's not having a good day so far.
This time it should be good. I hope so. Let's wait for the refs. Yes, that's a good lift.
Yeah, the first one of the day for him, so I'm really happy to see that, and hopefully that trend continues.
Yeah, and he pretty much have secured at least a bronze medal on bench press with his second attempt.
Yeah, so still things to take away from today. Experience and medals alike. Our penultimate second attempt now, Gregory Pearson at 212.5 kilos. Already sitting comfortably with the bench press gold. He already claims that with his opener. This is just to keep pushing his total up.
Wow, what a great effort. And that's still a good lift for him. 2 for 2 so far.
Yeah, great effort. You have to think that perhaps there's not much left in the tank, but like I said, he got bench gold with his opener.
Yeah, absolutely, and he's so far ahead for the total that he can take some risks, of course.
225 kilos now for Shogun Izuka from Japan. 15 kilo jump, leaving him 13 kilos below the world record in the 93 kilo sub-juniors. If this moves well, there's no reason why that wouldn't be an acceptable jump.
Four beautiful red plates loaded on the bar. Wow.
And look, I don't think I'd be surprised to see that record be loaded for the third.
Yeah.
He's very comfortably in silver position. You know, he's on an island of his own. He can't really reach Spander, and he can't really be reached by Martinez or Yan. So it goes to show that he can make the risk. So that concludes our second attempts. We head through to the third round of bench press now, and just to remind you, we will be going straight into the 83 kilo juniors following, so don't go anywhere. There'll be more action to come. Wei Ming Yu now 147.5 kilos for a new personal best. very well called third attempt there. And a good lift. And I can tell you that Izuka has indeed put in for the world record at 238.5. I'm seeing a lot of attempts today, and I hope that trend continues.
The bar is loaded. Javier Martinez, USA.
Javier Martinez now 157.5 kilos, and you know, seemingly America have made the right decision, or what we think is the right decision, to jump 2.5 kilos, you know, and get potentially 2.5 more kilos to stay away from Jan.
Yeah, and they will be well needed.
Yeah, Martinez does have a bigger deadlift than Jan, but if they go in on equal playing ground and one of them misses, then that's what's going to matter, not who has the bigger deadlift. He's got 5 seconds to get that start command. Wow, and in 1 second he gets it. Wow, what an incredible effort from Martinez. 3 white lights, a good lift. He shakes his head, but he got the lift, you know, that's what matters. Doesn't matter if he got it at the last second.
Heart of a lion for sure, yeah. Congrats
Yeah.
to him.
Like we said, those extra couple kilos could be that make or break between a medal or no medal.
Yeah, absolutely. Since he's the lightest of the two, 83.35 kilos.
Yeah, wow. Almost an 83.
Yeah.
We now have Richard Novotny from Czechia, 160 kilos.
So Emilia, quick info. The current world bench press record, standing at 238, is held by Popiglin Procho from Russia, and the record has been settled 9 years ago.
Wow. Pretty comfortable third attempt there for Richard. And a good lift. So that would be, Alex, that would be incredible to see that fall. That must be one of the oldest records standing.
Yeah, I think especially for sub-juniors, yeah, the Russian athlete set the record really high, 9 years. Sorry, 9 years. So yeah, on his way to write history.
Can't contain your excitement, can you?
Sorry for that, everyone.
We now have Mykola Hodina from Ukraine, 175 kilos. This is for the bench press bronze for the time being. Not sure really what happened there.
I think it's yeah, because of his
Oh yeah, his hearing aid there. Yeah, I think it just came loose on his head. And he still walks away with the 167 and is still currently sat in bronze medal, and I don't think that will change overall. Kotaro Harada now from Japan, 177.5 kilos, already has bench press bronze. This is to add 7.5 kilos to his personal best.
Great work once again by a Japanese lifter on bench press. 3 white lights.
And that bronze medal on bench press, 83 class. Then we have Jan from Chinese Taipei, bar is loaded. Big jump to his personal best, 10 kilos.
Xiaoqi Yan now from Chinese Taipei, 182.5 kilos. With Martinez making his third attempt, he's going to really want to get this extra 10 kilos heading into deadlifts, especially with Martinez having a higher deadlift.
Yeah, so we wondered maybe 5 to 7.5 kilo max. He decided to jump 10 kilos, but as we know, Taipei athletes are used to these jumps. Let's see what it looks like.
He manages to lock it out, and I'm wondering if he's going to get blues there. Yeah, he also got a yellow perhaps for lifting off the butt there, but he got it up in segments. It can't be contested. Yeah, it's minute, it's so minuscule, but if it goes down, it goes down, I'm afraid.
Yeah, and just like that, this is a 15 kilo gap now between the two athletes. So yeah, it'll be hard to recover, but we never know.
Vladislav Bilu from Ukraine, 185 kilos to match his personal best. Already has bench press silver for an extra 5 kilos onto his total to further the gap between himself and his teammate Hodner.
Great work of it. And a good lift, 3 white lights for Bilus.
Equal his personal best. And Spandu, also from Ukraine. Bar is loaded. 187.5.
187.5 kilos for Vasil Zbanda from Ukraine. At this point, just collecting kilos, looking to secure his total in the third and claim that crown. Also with the heaviest opener on deadlift, so a very well-rounded athlete. Oh, look at that fight. Not quite there today, unfortunately, for him, but honestly, you know, no one is anywhere near him yet. You know, I don't want to say it's impossible because nothing is. He's got a pretty hefty lead.
93 kilo class. Bar is loaded.
4 benches remaining before we head through to the 83 kilo juniors. Dominic Hetu from Canada, 202.5 kilos to move him into bench press silver from bronze. He's definitely secured himself a bench medal with his second.
7.5 kilo jump between his second and his third. Absolutely, exactly the same jump that he made between his second and his third on squat.
He actually secured the medal with his opener, so just building on that now, looking to maybe exchange it for a silver.
Yeah, huge bench press.
Wow, look at that. Had more trouble on the way down than he did on the way up, which often is the case with equipped lifters. 2 to 1. He does get a yellow. Let's have a look at the side angle there.
And now we have Bartunek coming after him.
Yellow could be for a lift of the feet or head off of the bench, sorry. But it seems like he moved around a bit, but he remained in contact.
Yeah, so silver medal so far for him with Bartunek that can take it from him. 200 looked really difficult for him, adding 10 kilos. Of course, he has nothing to lose now.
No, and it's good he continued to lift because now he does get to walk away still with a bench press medal. So 210 kilos in the bar for Vaclav, as you said, to move him from bronze into silver ahead of Hetu. He's definitely secured at least a bronze.
Well, that was a valiant effort, but indeed just too heavy for today. But still, he will walk away with at least a bronze medal on the bench press.
He also already has the gold medal in 83 kg class. And he wants to make again his personal best. 215. And bar is low.
Gregory Pearson now jumping 2.5 kilos to 215. The second was a near limit lift, so it seems like the right choice. Wow, he is having a great day so far. Can he lock it out? Oh, he was so close, but it really was a limit lift, and I think it was just a, let's see if we can. Got nothing to lose. He's got Kate Sweatman in his corner, who is herself an extremely talented equip lifter.
This is sub-junior world record attempt.
Our final bench press of the sub-juniors, and it is a mammoth one at that. Shogun Izuka from Japan has jumped to 238.5 kilos, and this is to break a record that has been standing close enough to a decade. 9 years this record has been standing, and he looks to break it today. This would make history. 238.5, a huge final push. Anyone can, he can.
One of the multiples Japanese athletes following Daiki Kodama's path, one of the greatest bench pressure of all time. And here is Izuka Shogun from Japan, 238.5 for a sub-junior.
Absolutely insane. Can he break a near decade-long record? One of the longest standing records in IPF. Unfortunately, not there today. It would have been an incredible feat. And like we said, he loses nothing by not going for that. He's still sat in silver and prognosis, but just a little bit of excitement for us there. The record stays, and for how many more years, I don't know. Maybe another 10.
Well, at least one.
Yeah.
So that will complete the decade for sure.
So that concludes bench press. And before we head into the juniors, very quickly we see here in bronze in the 83s, Harada. In silver we have Bilou, and in gold we have Pearson from Great Britain. In the 93s, in bronze position we have Bartonek. In silver we have Hetu, and in gold, with his second attempt of 225 kilos as a sub-junior, narrowly missing that world record attempt on his third, we have Shogun Izuka from Japan. We head through now to the 83 kilo junior men. And the bar is loaded for Bartosz, who is opening with 80 kilos. Seems to be opening without a bench shirt on. Not sure if he'll put one on or not. Some people choose to bench without equipment. Some people choose to put it on for their second, but it's a short flight, so it'll be a big job to do that.
As predicted, a really easy opener. When you choose not to put an equipment in bench press, of course, it often means that the opener is going to be super easy, and it was the case for the Polish athlete.
Valentin Kolev now from Bulgaria, opening on 162.5 kilos.
Yeah, with a solid 37.5 kilos advance over Dahlqvist for the total.
Yeah, important to remember. Unfortunately, the leader, or the favourite to win, Ingo Monson, got disqualified for squats, so the door is open. 2-1, a good lift. Gets a yellow from the side referee, so if we could just have a look at that on the replay, see if we can spot the infraction.
Opening at 165 kilos.
I think he managed to keep contact there, so he might be okay, but it definitely was nearing lifting. Oscar Dahlqvist now from Sweden, 165 kilos. As you mentioned before, in a prime position to get a medal overall now. We'll be fighting Goto for that bronze.
Solid opener. 3 white lights. Team Sweden as well, huge bench press school, of course, with the Berglund brothers and with a lot of overlifters. Alba Blåstorm as well, Agnes Rudin, a lot of really solid bench pressers.
Yeah, Vilma
Olsen, yeah.
A lot of talented lifters,
yeah,
from Sweden. Eddie Berglund.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yusei Goto now from Japan, 182.5 kilos for his opening bench. In a great position, probably with his opener, if it goes well, to get a bench medal.
If you mention Eddie, you have to mention Donna Berglund as well.
The list honestly could go on.
Yeah.
Would be here all day. Very smooth, very comfortable.
Good one. In the fights. About 250 kilos for Lars Engel from Norway. Tomita, get ready for your first attempt. Bar is loaded.
Lars Ingo Monson now from Norway, in a great position to get a bench press medal, but unfortunately can't post a total or compete overall. Big upset there, as he was our favourite to win by a good way.
Yeah, and happy to see that he chose to continue the competition.
Yeah, he was very upset after his final squat attempt, and for good reason. It's a good lift. Again, not unusual to see a good Norwegian bench presser.
And the bar is loaded. Tomita.
Shinosuke Tomita now from Japan, our heaviest opener of this flight, 227.5 kilos. Just for reference, the junior record, the world record is 292.5 kilos, and that is the same as the open world record. So a little way off there, but 227.5 is a huge opener. That looks very comfortable. 3 white lights, a good lift.
Yeah, so the world record that you just mentioned belongs to Konstantin Musienko,
Right.
another Ukrainian. Not a surprise.
And that concludes our opening bench, with all lifters managing to get a bench press on the board. It's a good sight to see. Let's hope that continues into the second round. Kicking us off, we have Bartosz Jozony from Poland, 110 kilos, a big 30-kilo jump. As suspected, he put on a bench shirt for his second attempt after securing an opener. It's a good decision to do. You know, bench can be very tumultuous in equipped lifting, so well worth just securing a bench and going up from there. I was a little worried he's going to clip the rack there, but managed to escape it. 3 white lights, a good lift.
Comes next with 172.5 kilos. And the bar is loaded.
172.5 kilos for Valentin Kolev.
So Kolev is having a total PB at 790 kilos, so maybe he will be in a position to battle against Tomita, we'll see. Oh, a little bit too heavy, or maybe didn't manage the bar path the correct way. So now it's a no lift, as he will have one last attempt.
Although I must say it's nice to see the first miss on bench in an equipped session to be in the second round, not in the first round. Oscar Daukvist now from Sweden, 172.5 kilos. 7.5 kilo jump to exceed his personal best of 170.
Solid looking second attempt for the Swedish athlete, and a good lift, 3 white lights.
Move now to Yusui Goto from Japan, 190 kilos for his second attempt. Like I said, really secured that bench medal with his opener. Building up now, trying to catch up to Daukvist.
And he's not that far from him.
No, not at all.
So maybe 2 Japanese on the podium at the end of the deadlift session, we'll see.
Just 5 kilos below his personal best, so hopefully a weight that he feels comfortable doing today. And it looks comfortable.
That's a good lift. And yeah, he can absolutely retake some ground with his last attempt. He'll have to choose something around 7.5 to 10 kilos.
Taking the first place on bench press at time being. Bar is loaded. Come in, Lars.
227.5 kilos for Lars Engo Monson to move him from bench silver into gold for the time being, with Tomita to follow.
Yeah, and Goto went 10 kilos, so I think it's a reasonable choice. And that's a good lift for Lars. 12.5 kilos isn't a problem for him.
Yeah, and he's having a good bench session, which is bittersweet for sure.
Yeah.
But take all the wins that you can, take the experience. Still a junior, and you have a big career ahead.
Yeah, and he will have a whole year in 2025 to try to retake maybe a world title.
Now to move back into gold position for bench press heading into the third round. Current leader overall with a good lead now, Shinosuke Tomita from Japan. 235 kilos, a huge bench press attempt. Engo Monson looks to match this on his third attempt, so if this moves well, it would stand to reason that he'll just look to get the gold.
Really easy and a good lift.
And that concludes our second round of bench. We head now to the third and final round. It's a quick flight, we're moving quickly. Tomita leading with 235 kilos, followed by Engo Monson with 227.5, and Goto just behind with 190. Seems like that's how it will stay. Bartosz from Poland now 115 kilos for his third and final bench. Big push there. Fantastic effort there. But unfortunately not quite there today, Bartosz.
Yeah, I just said to Coach Arkadis that his butt lifted off the bench, so and you can see it on the replay even if it's a center view.
172.5 kilos for Valentin Kolev from Bulgaria. In a pretty comfortable position in silver overall. The real fight we'll see is going to be between Daukvist and Goto in deadlifts for that bronze medal overall. Gold and silver seem right now pretty secure, but we'll wait until they've all got a deadlift in till we confirm that.
So a little bit too heavy for today, so he's down to 740 total now. If Daukvist hits his last attempt, he will have a 715, so that will be indeed a 25 kilo lead, which is a lot. 25 kilo, he will be 25 kilos below, Kolev, which is a lot, but as you said, you never know.
Oscar Daukvist now, 177.5 kilos.
Kom igen nu, Oskar. Av nu.
Fantastic job from the Daukvist brothers there. 3 white lights, a good lift.
Yeah, for Oscar and Oliver at the management, yeah, clearly.
Yeah, great lifting and great number calling there.
Against Goto, who is coming now with 200 kilos and bar is loaded. Yusei Goto, Japan.
Yusei Goto now, 200 kilos to be a personal best, and 200 kilos, what a milestone.
5 kilos.
Already secured bench press bronze with his opener, as we suspected. This brings him that much closer to Daukvist. Means there'll be a much bigger fight in deadlift if he gets this.
Absolute perfect call for Team Japan, and that's a good lift.
And that means only 5 kilos heading into deadlift separate Daukvist and Goto.
Then we have Lars Ingo from Norway, 235, bars loaded.
Our penultimate bench press attempt now. Lars Engo Monsen from Norway, 235 kilos to move back into bench press gold for the time being, with Tomata to follow. It'll be a 2.5 kilo personal best, so more than he's ever done on the platform before. Phenomenal last push from Lars there, and a good lift.
So he takes the lead now over Tomita, but of course
he says to Tomata, he sends a message, you may take my title this year, but you won't take my bench medal.
Yeah. The bench press gold medal. 240 kilos, bar is loaded.
And the final bench press of the session, Shinosuke Tomata from Japan, 240 kilos, looking to snatch that bench press gold back from Engo Monsen. Already secured silver.
Yeah, both of Shinosuke and coach are looking relaxed. He's totally able to do it. A 5 kilo jump seems reasonable. Just wants to take the gold medal back. Don't want to over push. As predicted, great attempt selection and a good lift.
Yeah, they're just such excellent benches. Team Japan know their numbers, they know their lifters, and the lifters are just good at it.
Yeah.
And that concludes bench press. Let's just have a look at that wonderful bench one more time. And we have a quick look here. Tomita walking away with bench press gold, followed by Engo Monsen in silver and Goto in bronze. We have a 10-minute break before deadlifts. A quick look at the subtotals as we head in. Tomita with a pretty hefty lead. Kolev pretty comfortably in silver, but a big fight as Goto and Daukvist are matched heading into deadlift. It's going to be exciting, so don't go anywhere, and we will see you then.
See you then.
Hello and welcome back to the 2024 IPF World Sub-Junior and Junior Powerlifting Championships here in St. Paul's Bay, Malta. We have the Sub-Junior 83 kilo and 93 kilo lifters for you here, and quick look at the subtotal. Pretty clear leaders in both flights, but looking on the prognosis, Pearson with an 8:02.5 with his opener. The record currently stands for total at 8:27.5, and in the 93 is Banda, currently with his opener on prognosis 8:23, and the record stands at 8:37.5. So I think we are in a good position to maybe see two total world records broken. Let's find out and see. Kicking off with our openers, we have Dominic Hetty from Canada, 185 kilos.
Yeah, and we could also witness a deadlift world record with Basils Bandut already took the world record on squats with an absolutely tremendous 355.5.
2-1, a good lift. Hello, I think would have been for insufficient knockout.
Comes next with 200 kilos opener.
I think she'll be okay with that.
And the bar is loaded. Richard Novotny, Czechia.
Richard Novotny now from Czechia, 200 kilos. Looking to secure his total.
I think it's done with an easy way, and that's a good lift, yes. So Novotny secured at least 615 kilos total.
207.5 kilos. You get ready.
Kosro Harada now from Japan, 207.5 kilos. Very comfortable opener there to secure his total. Personal best of 240, so a very conservative opener. And I think that's a good move. Just get that total and build from there.
You, Young, and Itsuka. First, Wei Yu, Chinese Taipei. Bar is loaded.
Wei Mingyu now from Chinese Taipei, 230 kilos.
And it's a good lift.
A good
Same
lift.
weight. For Sao Guiyang, Chinese Taipei. Bar is loaded.
Xiao Kuyan, 230 kilos. We know he's going to be putting the pressure off on Martinez. Currently 10 kilos behind in prognosis.
Good lift.
That's a good lift.
Same weight, still on the bar. Soken Ichuko, Japan. Bar is loaded.
Quite comfortably sat in a silver overall. Shogun Izuka, 230 kilos. Just missed that world record bench on his second, but still walked away with bench press gold.
Absolutely beautiful opener.
Yeah, that weight didn't even register really, and you can see he just wanted to secure his total, that silver medal. Push up from there. It's well worth doing.
Yeah, we might see him go like 20 kilos, something like that. Once again, he has nothing to lose. A little bit too far from the first place and couldn't quite get catch by the third. So
Vaclav Bartonek now from Czechia, 255 kilos.
Good lift.
3 white lights, a good lift.
60 from 2 attempts in row. Both from Ukraine, first Hodunov and then
Yeah, and we saw a 15 kilo jump there from Izuka, so as expected, a pretty good jump.
Nikola Hodunov, Ukraine.
Mykola Hodunov now from Ukraine, 260 kilos. Secures his total pretty comfortably in bronze place overall as it stands.
Vladislav Vilos from Ukraine.
80 kilos ahead of you.
Bar is loaded.
Vladislav Bilu now, 260 kilos. Comfortably in silver in the 83s.
easy one for Vladislav. And a good lift, of course.
Below 270 kilos for
760 total locked for Vladislav.
First and then Martinez. The bar is loading. Pearson.
Gregory Pearson now, Great Britain. Opening on 270 kilos, looking to secure his total. And looks like he's done so. Seems to be deadlifting raw, no deadlift suit on there.
And that's a great lift for a 83 sub-junior, especially when he doesn't wear any equipment. This is great lift, great opener.
Yeah, the heaviest opener in his weight class. Our penultimate opener now, Javier Martinez, 270 kilos. He's going to be pushing to stay on the podium. He's got a bigger deadlift than Jan, so let's see how this moves. That's going to be indicative of how the next 15-20 minutes goes.
I think it's pretty much even with Jan. So yeah, I can't quite tell right now who is going to win, but that makes things exciting.
Yeah, Martinez currently has a 10 kilo lead as it stands, but still close enough, could be anyone's game. Our heaviest opener, we have Vasil Zvandert now, the favourite to win, and I'm pretty sure if he secures this, it's all his. And like you said, this is just near the record of 310 kilos. That's so comfortable. I'd be surprised if we didn't see that on his third attempt. Stab at that record. It seems sensible to go somewhere in between for a second and push through it on his third, but You never know. And that concludes our opening deadlifts, with all lifters managing to get a deadlift in on the board. Gregory Pearson leading the 83s and Spander leading the 93s. We head straight through quickly into the second round of deadlifts. Leading us out, we have Dominic Hatu from Canada, 192.5.
So as you said, Amelia, somewhere between the world total record and the world deadlift record, that's exactly what he just did. 300 loaded for a total record attempt. And then maybe if it goes well, 310 and a half and 315 for the deadlift records as well.
Slowing it down a bit here, but manages to lock it out, 2-1.
215 kilos for Richard Novotny, Czechia. Sorry, but jury overruled. Jury overruled.
Oh, and that's a no lift. That's a no lift for Canadian lifter Hatu, overruled by the jury.
Richard Novotny now from Czechia, 215 kilos. Just seems like ran out a bit of steam there. We'll have a look at that again. Got it off the ground, but not too far.
Japan, and the bar is loaded. Let's go. Second attempt.
Kotaro Harada from Japan, 217.5 kilos, a 10-kilo jump.
Still easy for Kotaro. Good lift.
Waving you comes next with 240 kilos. John, get ready for your second attempt. Bar is loaded. Waving you, Chinese Taipei.
Wei Ming Yu, Chinese Taipei, 240 kilos. Three white lights, a good lift.
Achieve more for Juan, also from Chinese Taipei. Itsuka, get ready. And the bar is loaded. Personal best attempt is 7.5 kilos for Salgui.
Xiao Qi Yan, 242.5 kilos. This pulls him into bronze overall for the time being, with Martinez to follow.
Oh, yo, he loses his grip.
Yeah, just loses grip on the way up. And I hope he's not hurt himself there. I think perhaps just disappointed, because it means that if he can't keep and maintain that grip, you know, there's not much you can change.
Yeah.
Comes next. And bar is loaded. Itsuka from Japan.
Shogen Izuka now from Japan, 245 kilos, a 15-kilo jump. His opener was very, very comfortable.
as you said, it was just to secure a total, and then now it's time to have some fun.
His personal best is 262, so still well within range.
Looks like he has more in the tank.
That's a good lift.
That's a good lift, of course, 2 red lights.
And the thing is, you know, it's not always the goal to get a personal best on the platform. It's about putting together a total that gets you in the place in the competition that you want to be.
This one, bar is loading.
Vladislav Bilu now from Ukraine, 272.5 kilos. Moves him into deadlift gold for the time being, with Hodunov and Pearson to follow. Unfortunately, just seemed a bit heavy. Lost grip right at the bottom. Now, in a turn of events, it seems like actually, if it goes well for Hodunov, his teammate, he could catch up and take that silver off his hands.
Yeah, we'll have to wait how this 20 kilo jump looks like for Hodunov.
For now, Vaclav Bartonek from Czechia, 272.5 kilos. Moves him into deadlift silver.
It's a good
Deadlift.
And Martinez from USA. 75. Same situation. We go second on this second round. On deadlift. And bar is loading.
Javier Martinez now from the United States, jumping 5 kilos to 275. I think Team USA are very aware of the fact that Jan missed his second, and they just need to stay ahead and do what they can, put on the bar what they have, and hope that it's enough. This is already above Javier's personal best, so see how this moves.
And that looked really easy for a new PB. 3 white lights, a good lift. So now he's taking a really significant advantage over Jan.
Now Hodunov with 280. And bar is loading.
280 kilos for Mykola Hodunov from Ukraine. A 20 kilo jump, and he is looking to sneak up on his teammate Bilu and try and take potentially that silver off of his hands. And it looks like he could do it, Alex.
Yeah, absolutely. A 10 kilo jump doesn't seem out of reach for him.
No, and it's, of course, you know, important to remember that Bilu missed his second on what seemed like a strength or a grip issue, and that's really hard to come back from. So I wouldn't be surprised to see them switch positions at this point.
Yep.
Our penultimate second attempt belonging to Gregory Pearson, 290 kilos, a 20 kilo jump. And this leaves him just 5 kilos off of the world total record in the sub-junior 83s. And I think it'll be a hard lift, but I think he could maybe pull, it would have to be 7.5 more kilos. He can't match the world record total. He'd have to extend it. It's getting difficult though. And speaking of world record totals, coming up now, we have Vasil Spanda of Ukraine, jumping 15 kilos to 300, landing just below by a little bit, 10 kilos, the deadlift record, but more importantly, he lands on and above the World Sub-Junior total record, 838 kilos. This would give him on his second attempt. And he does it with ease. Ladies and gentlemen, that is a new World Sub-Junior total record, and he is not done yet. He looks to extend that, I imagine, take the deadlift record. And actually in the 93s, he only needs to reach 310 because it's a world standard. So no one's reached that yet. So it's not a record at the moment. He will set the standard and the record if he does that. So a quick look now before we head into third attempts. Pearson in the 83s with a big lead. It's anybody's game for the silver for Blue and Hodnov at the moment. And in the 93s, Spandert has a hefty lead of the rest. Izuka is in a comfortable position in silver, and we are yet to see between Martinez and Jan who will walk away with bronze. We have now retaking 192.5. Dominic Hetu from Canada won last time.
Let's go. Let's do this, Dominic.
That definitely looked better. There we go. 3 white lights, a good lift. Great job there from Dominic.
Then we have Richard Novotny from Czechia. 250 kilos for Novotny.
Richard Novotny now from Czechia, 215 kilos. Struggled with this on his second, whether it be from strength or grip. It was a difficult reason to overcome, so let's see if he can. It looks better this time, wow.
Yeah. He did a great job and a good lift to finish the competition with a 630 kilos total.
25 kilos for Kotaro Harada, Japan. He's on 5th place at 83 plus. And with this attempt, he has set his new personal best in total.
225 kilos for Kotaro Harada from Japan.
And the bar is loaded. Harada from
This will give him a personal best for his total by 7.5 kilos, should he make this on his last year as a sub-junior.
Great last attempt for Kotaro. That's a good lift. 3 white lights.
New personal best. Congratulations. Very well done. 245 for Wei Mingyu, Chinese Taipei. He's on 4th place in 83 kilo class. And this is also personal best in total with this deadlift attempt.
245 kilos for Wei Ming Yu, Chinese Taipei. This would give him a total PB. Should he make this?
Great fight and a good lift. 3 white lights.
Congratulations, new personal best.
Just a reminder, we have 8 deadlifts left, and following that we will head straight into the 83 kilo juniors.
Chinese Taipei. Now
Xiao Jan now, 257.5 kilos, missed 242.5 on his second. This is a Hail Mary to pull himself onto the podium ahead of Martinez, hoping Martinez misses his last pull. Jan is heavier, so he needs to beat the total, not just match it. Missed 242.5, he's gone up 5 kilos anyway to pull him into bronze overall for the time being. This or nothing.
And this is bronze medal attempt on total. 93 kilo class. Let's go. Let's go. Bronze medal attempt. Come on.
Unfortunately not. It's well above anything he's ever lifted before. It was a Hail Mary and it was worth doing, but unfortunately it's not there today, which means Martinez has secured the bronze. But what an effort from Jan.
Yeah, he had nothing to lose by trying.
New personal best attempt of 5 kilos for Shogun. And also a big chunk in personal best in total.
Shogun Ozuka now from Japan, your silver medalist.
And the bar is loaded.
267.5 kilos to cap the day off strong. This would be a huge total PB of 22.5 kilos. What a day he's had. Not there, unfortunately, but still walks away with the silver medal overall. And what a phenomenal performance he's had today.
3 attempts trying to change the openers for second group. 3 attempts.
Yeah, he did a great job during all the competition, and this silver medal is more than deserved for Team Japan and Oscar.
But there is Hodenov coming afterwards, so this is very important attempt for belows.
272.5 kilos to be retaken by Vladislav Bilu now in a hope to keep the silver medal away from his teammate Hodenov, who has put in what looks like a false attempt just to see what his teammate does, and I'm sure they'll change it should they need to.
Yeah, I think we shall see it to 87.5.
He gets it moving this time, but unfortunately not quite there. I'm expecting to see a drop. The Hodenov only needs to lift
287.5 to take the lead.
Yeah, so yeah, I can see the change coming in now, and that's what I expect to see. In the meantime, we wait for Vaclav Bartonek to finish the day off with 277.5.
Over Martinez, who is of course coming after him. Bar is loaded. Bartonek, Czechia. Okay, Vaclav, let's go.
This will move him from deadlift bronze into silver for the time being.
Sorry, no lift.
Fortunately, that is a no lift, but still walks away with deadlift bronze.
So Javier Martinez comes next with 280.
4 deadlifts remaining. the first of which belongs to Javier Martinez. Already has deadlift silver, already has bronze overall. Phenomenal day he has had. 280 kilos on the bar. New personal best for deadlift and for total. Last year as a sub-junior, and what a time to get an overall medal.
What a great last attempt for Javier. That's a good lift, as he will be the bronze medalist of this 93 weight class. And of course, I've made a little mistake. It's not 287.5 needed for Hodunov, but 290.
Yeah, he is heavier than Bilou, so he will need that extra 2.5 kilos. And here he is now, Mykola Hodunov from Ukraine, 290 kilos. Already has bronze overall and deadlift silver, but this will pull him ahead of his teammate Bilou for that silver medal overall, to be a big personal best for him if he gets this on total and for deadlift. He's looked really on point today, super strong. Can he do it one more time for the sake of a silver medal? It looks like it. Was it good enough for silver? Yes, it was. 3 white lights, and he moves ahead of his teammate.
I told you, Emilia, at the very beginning we will have a huge battle between Hodunov and Bilus, and we did.
Yeah, you weren't wrong there. Definitely a bittersweet moment in the Ukrainian corner there.
Yeah.
But 2 medals for Team Ukraine is absolutely insane. 3 if you count the whole flight. The penultimate deadlift of the sub-junior flight. His second looked hard. 297.5 will be a limit lift. It is for that total record. This is the World Sub-Junior total record attempt. Wow, and he gets it moving, but unfortunately not there today. He had to try it. He loses nothing by doing so, and that is your new 83 kilo Sub-Junior World Champion. Yeah, he knew that was a Hail Mary, but to get it up to your knees, well done to you.
Yeah, 290 was indeed a huge fight. But yeah, hats off.
One deadlift remaining now for Vasil Spander, already your 93 kilo Sub-Junior World Champion. Took the total record on his second, looking to extend that by 10 kilos, but also looking to set the standard for a world deadlift record in the 93 kilo sub-juniors. No one's reached it before. He sets the standard if he gets this. 310 kilos for a new deadlift record, a new total record. Already a world champion. To cap the day off strong.
Oh, wow. Oh, no.
Such a shame. Celebrated a little bit too early there, I think. But still your world champion, and still walks away with a world total record. Absolutely incredible. Let's have a look at that deadlift again.
Yeah, it's at this exact time drops the bar, but what a great competitor.
A quick summary now. In the 83s, deadlift bronze goes to Bilou, silver goes to Hodunov, and gold goes to Pearson. In the 93s, bronze to Bartonek, silver to Martinez, and gold to Spander. And overall, in the 93s, you have your bronze medalist is Javier Martinez, your silver medalist is Shogun Izuka, and your world champion is Vasil Spander from Ukraine. And in the 83s, your bronze medalist is Vladislav Bilou from Ukraine, your silver medalist is Mykola Hodunov from Ukraine, and your new world champion in the 83 kilo sub-juniors is Gregory Pearson from Great Britain. We now head straight into the 83 kilo juniors to see
It's your
Who
next
ends
round,
up
goal line.
where? Got a pretty
210
hefty
kilos.
lead from Tomita now that Engo Monson is out of the picture, but the battle for bronze is tight. Kicking us off, we have Bartosz Jerzny from Poland, 210 kilos.
It's a good lift and his new personal best.
And that's a good lift for Bartosz, securing a total 530 kilos.
Comes next with 250 kilos. Gotowy. And bar is loaded. Shinosuke Tomita Japan.
Shinosuke Tomita now from Japan, 250 kilos, and with this, he should secure the title. Something pretty dramatic would have to happen for that not to be the case.
Yeah, which won't happen for sure. Just like that, Shinosuke has
The opener and the
secured his world title.
He's the world champion today for Seoul.
I think the only way that would not be the case is if he only got that opener and if Kolev made a couple big jumps. But that would be a big ask. Yusui Goto now from Japan, 255 kilos.
Yusei Goto, Japan. It's a good lift.
And that's a good lift, 2 white lights. He's on the board. And ready to battle against Dahlqvist for the bronze medal overall.
Bar is loaded. Dahlqvist.
Oscar Dahlqvist from Sweden, 260 kilos. As you said, fighting for that bronze position. Three white lights, a good lift, and secures his total to fight for that bronze medal position.
272 and a half. And the bar is loaded. Davai Valentin.
Valentin Kolev from Bulgaria, 272.5 kilos, comfortably in the silver medal position should he get his opener.
That's a good lift.
Look easy. Lars Engel from Norway, 275 as his opener. And the bar is loaded. Come in, Lars.
Lars Engo Monson from Norway now, 275 kilos. Unfortunately, can't compete and post a total, but is looking for that deadlift gold, it seems.
And it will be already the end of the first round. I mean, yeah, really quick flight. Only 6 athletes, so that's 18 lifts in total.
Three white lights, a good lift.
Okay, everybody has.
It's nice to see him continue to lift even though he can't compete, get that experience, come back stronger next time.
Bartos now.
There's no question in his strength, you know.
Yeah.
You can see Lars is leading the deadlifts here ahead of Kolev and Dahlqvist, but it is definitely close. We head into the second round now. 220 kilos for Yazioni.
An easy weight once again for Bartosz. Good lift.
Tomita comes next with 267.5. He's leading this competition. 283 bars loaded. Tomita, Japan, let's go.
Shinosuke Tomita now from Japan, 267.5 kilos. This moves him into deadlift bronze for the time being.
Yeah, so Shinosuke took the gold medal on squat, gold medal on bench press, and looking forward to take the gold medal on deadlift as well. With a pretty confident second attempt, but of course he will have Kolev and Engelmansen.
Yeah, I don't think he will have a shot at a deadlift gold.
Yeah,
but
you're right. Maybe a medal.
yeah, he could get a medal for sure. There's obviously 4 lifters to follow, but he has, with that, secured the title. It would have to be a real miracle for somebody to get above him at this point. Oscar Dahlqvist now from Sweden, 270 kilos.
Kom igen Oskar. Nu kör vi. Kom igen.
Good second attempt there. 3 white lights, and I think got the down command just in the nick of time.
272.5. He hits this one because he's heavier than Dahlqvist. Bar is loaded. They are fighting over.
So I think he's definitely having like 5 to 7.5 kilos, but as you said, you have to deal with the balance.
Yeah, and we have Yusui Goto now from Japan, 272.5 kilos, and this will pull him to deadlift bronze, but more importantly, ahead of Dahlqvist for the time being, heading into third attempts. Let's see how this moves.
Up, come on.
Yeah, and look at that, 3 white lights, a good lift. As we said, it will come down to that final deadlift for sure.
And judging by both of the deadlifts, I'll say that Goto is slightly favored to take the bronze, but of course, we'll have to wait for the very last deadlift.
The bar is loaded.
Valentin Kolev now, 282.5 kilos to move him into deadlift gold from silver, with Engo Monson to follow.
Давай, Valentin, давай. Up, come on.
A tiny bit sticky at lockout there, but 3 white lights, a good lift.
Lars Engel with 285. This is a gold medal attempt on deadlift for Engel. Kolev. Bar is loaded. Lars Engel, Norway.
Lars Engo Monsen from Norway, 285 kilos to come out now in an attempt to move back into deadlift goal position. Can't see him quite yet. Not sure if he's done competing. I'd be surprised if that's the case when he has the chance of getting a deadlift gold.
I think he had some problem with his right hand.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
cramping or...
No.
Oh, okay, so a bit of a tear of a callus perhaps.
Yeah.
So maybe it's a quick flight. He could be waiting to see what he needs to do for the third, give himself a little bit more of a break, but I think he won't have time to do so now. So I'll just say thank you to our sponsors, Aleco and SBD. Without them, none of this would be possible. Throughout the week, you'll see a lot of gear from the both of them. Aleco kit on the platform, as well as SBD kitting out our athletes. And that is our first, if you want to call it a mislift off the flight for deadlifts, and that is a beautiful sight to see. A sea of green.
Yeah. Already the last round of deadlift for the 83 juniors, Emilia.
Yeah, and I think he was just taking a break because they put in for 297.5 for his third, and if that wasn't the case, it would have just retaken at 285 if they weren't there to put that number in. So kicking us off, we have Bartosz Jazoni from Poland, 230 kilos.
Last time on this stage, World Championships 2024.
This will be a total PB by 10 kilos.
Not there today, but he finished with a smile. Great day for him.
272.5 for Oscar Dahlqvist, Sweden. This is bronze medal attempt on total, also in deadlift, but more important, on total. Is it Goto or is it Dahlqvist?
Oscar Dahlqvist now from Sweden, looking to pull himself back into deadlift bronze for the time being, but more importantly, back onto the podium ahead of Goto.
Because he's pulled 284, 285 earlier.
He's pulling this to match Goto's current total and a lighter body weight in the hope that Goto doesn't have anything left in the tank. Feeling like he's at the end of his tether now with his strength. Can he pull 272.5 to pull himself back onto the podium? Oh, and it is a limit lift. Did he get the down command? I don't think he did. No, unfortunately not. And with that, that means that Goto has secured the bronze overall. But what a valiant effort from Dahlqvist.
Yeah, but I'm not sure that he locked properly, so there's pretty much nothing to regret. He gave his absolute best. So.
Oh yeah, I mean, absolutely. Like, he didn't complete the lift. He dropped it before the down command, but he put his heart and soul into it. That's all you can do. And it makes sense. Goto drops to 285, you know, more than he needs. But still.
Bronze medal attempt on deadlift.
Shinosuke Tomita now from Japan, your new 83 kilo junior world champion. Finished the day off with 275 and I hope to potentially get a deadlift medal as well. Pulls him into deadlift bronze for the time being, with Engo Monsen to follow.
Yeah, as you said, Emilia, I was a little bit too ambitious for Shinosuke, and he's targeting the bronze medal, which is reasonable.
Yeah, unfortunately not there today, but he is still walking away the 83 kilo world champion, which is absolutely incredible. You know,
Lars Engel
he
comes
put
next with
absolutely everything he had into
285.
today and had a phenomenal day of lifting. He
Event
did what he
gold
could
medal
and ended with an
10
827.5 kilo total. I think he came in thinking he would be fighting for that silver or sitting in that silver position. So to walk away world champion is incredible. Lars Engo Monson now giving himself a little bit of a break, missing that second attempt. Has gone for 285, didn't end up going up. They changed it back down, as this will give him deadlift gold for the time being, with Goto and Kolev to follow.
Kom in, Lars. Kom in.
And I think Goto feeling safe now. Put his deadlift up to try and go for that gold as well.
Great third deadlift for Lars.
Yeah, and it looked like that break did him some good. Like we said, it's a quick flight. They're not used to training in such quick succession, I imagine. So currently puts him into deadlift gold. At the very least, he's put himself in a position to get deadlift bronze.
285. He's lighter than
As in, USA Goto is going for 285 now, but is lighter than Engo Monson, so this will pull him from bronze into gold for the time being, with only Kolev to follow.
The bar is loading. USA Goto, Japan.
285 kilos, already your bronze medalist overall, looking to change the color of his deadlift medal from bronze to gold, and at the very least from bronze to silver.
Well, no regrets to have with Oscar, because Goto was definitely stronger today.
Yeah, and it just came down to who had the ability to get all of their lifts today. Absolutely incredible from Goto. Moves himself into deadlift gold for the time being as well. So he's already snagged a bronze overall, and at very least a deadlift silver.
His lot number is smaller than Goto's, so he needs this 2.5 kilos.
Our final lift of this morning's session. Valentin Kolev, your silver medalist, looking for a deadlift gold. He's definitely secured the bronze, but this will change it to a gold should he make it. A 5 kilo jump from his second.
Let's go, come on. Everything now. Come on, turn it.
What a phenomenal end to the day from Valentin. 3 white lights, a good lift. He shrugs as he comes off, but he takes the gold medal in deadlift. So nonchalant.
Was exciting.
Yeah, that was a great end of a session for Kolev.
Yeah, and what a session it was.
Yeah,
A summary of the deadlifts here. Engo Monson walking away with deadlift bronze on body weight ahead of him. Yusui Goto from Japan, 285 with deadlift silver, and with deadlift gold, the most relaxed man ever, Valentin Kolev, with 287.5. And overall, your bronze medalist from Japan, Yusui Goto, with 740 kilo total. Your silver medalist from Bulgaria, Valentin Kolev, with 755 kilos. And your new world champion in the 83 kilos juniors, Shinosuke Tomita from Japan. Do stick around for the medal ceremony, as we will see the 83 kilo, 93 kilo sub-junior champions crowned, as well as the 83 kilo junior champion crowned. And we will be starting again at 2 p.m. local time for the next session, so we will see you then.
Here they come. And first we give the participation medals for each and every lifter. As a memory and a gift. So they remember they have been here 2024 in Malta World Championships of epic powerlifting. And our medal boys are Mr. Farsi Sultani from Iran, Asian Powerlifting Federation President, and Mr. Robert Keller from USA, the IPF Secretary General. We will start with squat medals, 83 kilo sub juniors. We will give another participation medal first. Okay, there we go. 83 kilo sub junior squat medals. Bronze medal goes to Mykola Hodunov from Ukraine with the best attempt of 205 kilos. The silver medal to Vladislav Pilos from Ukraine. The best attempt of 215 kilos. And the squat gold medal goes to Gregory Pearson from Great Britain. The best attempt 320 kilos. Big smiles, gentlemen. Thank you. Then we have bench press medals. Bronze goes to Kotaro Harada from Japan. With the best attempt of 177.5 kilos. The silver to Vladislav Pilos from Ukraine, 185 kilos best attempt. And the bench press gold medal to Gregory Pearson from Great Britain, 212.5 kilos best attempt. Thank you, gentlemen. Deadlift medals. Bronze medal on deadlift goes to Vladislav Pilos from Ukraine. The best attempt of 260 kilos. And the silver medal to Mykola Hodunov from Ukraine. 290 kilos, best attempt. And the deadlift gold medal to Gregory Pearson from Slider on body weight and Hodunov. Thank you, gentlemen. Then we have medals on total. Today, bronze medalist is Vladislav Pilos from Ukraine. A total of 760 kilos. The silver medalist is Mykola Hodunov from Ukraine. 762.5 kilos total. And the gold medalist, world champion 2024, is Gregory Pearson from Great Britain. And a big total, 122.5 kilos. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand up for the national anthem of Great Britain. Congratulations. Next category, 93 kilo sub-juniors, squat medals. Bronze medal on squat goes to Shogen Itsuka, Japan, with the best attempt of 290 kilos. Silver medal to Sao Kui Yan from Chinese Taipei, with 790 right on body. And the squat gold medal goes to Vasil Spandov, Ukraine, with new world record, 355.5 kilos. Thank you, gentlemen. Medals for bench press. Bronze medal goes to Vakla Bartunek, Czechia, with 200 kilos. Best attempt. Silver medal goes to Dominic Hetu from Canada, 202.5 kilos. Best attempt. And the bench press gold medal goes to Shohen Izuka from Japan, with the best attempt of 225 kilos. Congratulations. Thank you. We have the deadlift medals. Bronze medal goes to Vaclav Bartunek from Czechia. Silver to Javier Martinez from USA. 218 kilos best attempt. And the deadlift gold medal to Vasil Spandov from Ukraine. The best attempt of 300 kilos. Thank you, gentlemen. Then we have the medals on total. Today, bronze medalist is Javier Martinez from USA, with a total of 712.5 kilos. The silver medalist is Shogen Ishuka from Japan, a total of 760 kilos. And the gold medalist, world champion 2024, is Vasil Spandut from Ukraine, with amazing 838 kilos total, new world record. Please, ladies and gentlemen, stand up for national anthem of Ukraine. Congratulations. And we have one more category, 83 kilo juniors. And we start with squat medals. Bronze medal on squat goes to Oscar Dahlqvist from Sweden. With the best attempt of 277.5 kilos. Silver medal to Valentin Kolev from Bulgaria. The best attempt of 305 kilos. And the squat gold medal goes to Shinosuke Tomita from Japan. With the best attempt of 220 kilos. Thank you, gentlemen. Then we have the bench press medals. The bronze goes to Yusei Goto from Japan. The first attempt of 200 kilos. The silver medal to Lars Engo from Norway. At 235 kilos. First attempt. And the bench press gold medal goes to Shinosuke Tomita from Japan. At 240 kilos first attempt. Thank you, gentlemen. And we have the deadlift medals. The bronze medal goes to Lars Engo from Norway. With the best attempt of 285 kilos. Silver medal to Yusei Goto from Japan. At 285 kilos, best attempt. And the deadlift gold medal to Valentin Kolev from Bulgaria. With the best attempt of 287.5 kilos. Thank you, gentlemen. Medals on total. Today, bronze medalist is Yusei Goto from Japan. With a total of 740 kilos. And the silver medalist is Valentin Kolev from Bulgaria. With a total of 755 kilos. And the gold medalist, world champion 2024, is Shinosuke Tomita from Japan. The total of 827.5 kilos. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand up for national anthem of Japan. Congratulations. Thank you to all your amazing athletes. guess it's 2024. You're always so great.